George Clooney jokes about life on lockdown with Amal and the twins. I do 2 or 3 loads of laundry a day, dishes all day long, because these kids are slobs. George Clooney has been spending time at home with his wife Amal and their twins Alexander and Ella, age 4. And in W Magazine's first issue of 2021, Volume 1, Best Performances, the Oscar-winning star described what it has been like taking off his movie star hat and replacing it with a full-time dad hat. "I'll tell you what I've taken on as a hobby, 2 or 3 loads of laundry a day, dishes all day long, because these kids are slobs," joked the Midnight Sky actor. Apparently, you have to wash your children every once in a while. The Ocean's 11 actor also said he has become a hairstylist. "I cut my son's hair, and I cut my own hair, too, but I haven't cut my daughter's hair," said the ER veteran. "I'd get in trouble if I did. My daughter looks gorgeous, her hair is very long. If I screw up my son's hair, he'll grow out of it. But my wife would kill me if I touched my daughter's hair." And the star discussed how his film The Midnight Sky changed once the pandemic hit. When COVID-19 happened, the film, which is about a global apocalypse, became relevant in a new way. Originally, the narrative was about regrets and seeking redemption. But as the pandemic took over, the film became about our inability to be home and hug the people we love. And he talked about his singer and who gave him great advice. "My Aunt Rosemary Clooney, the actor and jazz singer, told me, never mix grain and grape. No wine and tequila. Or vodka and champagne." I was 7. We learned early in Kentucky. Wonder Woman actress Gal Gadot talked about her WW sequel 1984. "We wanted to show the price of her life, the fact that she was very isolated," she said of a character's loneliness. "She looks like a person who has it all, but everything has a price." And we wanted to give a nod to the Linda Carter Wonder Woman show. What we could not have anticipated was that Diana's solitary life would have so much relevance in 2020. In the film, the world seems to be crashing to pieces. And now, who knows when the world lockdown has allowed her to learn how to cook, but with not much success. "I started spending way too much time in the kitchen. And I started having terrible accidents. I burned myself very badly, and cut my finger making a cabbage salad. I'm now keeping away from the kitchen." Michelle Pfeiffer looked stunning as she talked about playing Frances in French Exit. "My agent always calls me Dr. No because I turned down so many parts," she said. "But I fell in love with French Exit. I found it so odd and original. I have a love-hate relationship with the work of acting, but playing Frances in French Exit was immediately compelling." Frances is a beautiful, entitled, very stylish New York City woman who has recently lost her husband, who has been reincarnated into a sleek, black talking cat. As far as going back to some of her older roles for sequels, she is not so sure. "I'm always attracted to characters who are a little bit broken, and Susie Diamond was definitely damaged in an intriguing way. In general, by the time I commit to a character and a project, I'm also kind of addicted to whomever I'm playing." Frances in French Exit certainly had me enthralled. When I was talking to her dead husband in a cat's body, I was reminded of why I love my job. Riz Ahmed said his film Sound of Metal is one of those things that just kinda fell from the heavens. The film had proved almost impossible to get made, but when I read the script, it just blew my mind. As an actor, I like learning new skills, and about new communities and cultures. For Sound of Metal, I had to learn both to play the drums and American Sign Language. I needed to be fluent so that I could improvise with deaf actors. Speaking about what he learned from his preparations, I was learning about multiple worlds at the same time: the punk and metal scene, the deaf community, and Alcoholics Anonymous or Narcotics Anonymous addiction circles. It was eye-opening. I learned that there were different deaf accents. People in Harlem will sign differently than someone in Brooklyn, who will sign differently from someone in LA, and for many people, deafness is not a disability, it's a culture. The challenges can be the gifts. Andrade touched on playing Billie Holiday. "I did some pretty extreme things for the character. There was the drastic weight loss. I wanted to have a body that looked like that period in time. Starving myself made me very weak on set and slowed me down in a way that really helped with the scenes with heroin. Then I started smoking cigarettes. It made me feel like Billy. I'm very fast, and she's like molasses. Smoking helped to drop me into those dark places. On whether she's ever taken a nude selfie, oh my god, especially after I lost weight for the movie, it's all been nudies. Lakeith Stanfield shared, when I said, "Get Out." I remember thinking, I hope this ends up in the trailer, and it did. At the Oscars, I had a little bit where I had to run on stage and tell everyone in the audience to get out. It's crazy how iconic it became. People had started dressing up as me on Halloween. My mom had people coming to her door dressed as me. And he said his secret skills is fitting through small crevices, because I'm very skinny. I can go through doggy doors, and I can shimmy through crowds with ease. I can almost disappear if I turn to the side. Tessa Thompson talked her role as Sylvie's love. My model for Sylvie was a person like Diane Carroll, who was part of the black bourgeoisie in New York in the 50s and 60s. It was also an homage to my grandmother, who was effortlessly elegant. She had remarkable poise, and I pulled a lot of that for Sylvie. Remembering her first kiss, I wasn't a child actor, but my dad had a friend who was a casting director, and they put me in a music video. I kissed a young boy named Floyd, who was also in the video. That was my first kiss, and it's on camera, immortalized for life. I was 6. I remember feeling very adult that day. I felt like I was born for this. Actually, I think about Floyd every so often. Sacha Baron Cohen discussed writing songs. Wuhan Flu went viral, and people would post, "I can't stop singing this awful song." Few people know that, for a while, as Ali G, I was Britain's highest-selling rap artist. My goal in comedy has always been the same, be very funny but reveal an indifference to racial hatred and intolerance. And it helps if you can hum along. On whether he was surprised by the events that took place at the Capitol on January 6, 2021, sadly, no. Conspiracy theories end in violence. Think about it. If you are fed a diet of lies, and you truly believe those lies and have faith in the person who is telling the lies to you, then the actions of January 6 are, unfortunately, logical. What we collectively need to do is stop the lies. That's my mission. Vanessa Kirby addressed her role in Pieces of a Woman. It was so absorbing, so touching, that I was absolutely sure that I had to do it. Jenna Rollins is my hero, and her film A Woman Under the Influence is the kind of work that I'm aiming for. Rollins is idiosyncratic, fierce, but still vulnerable. On accepting her award for Best Actress at Venice Film Festival, one of the last in-person events in 2020, yes, and photographers, and an audience in masks watching the film in a theater. Cate Blanchett, the head of the jury in Venice, presented me with my award. Cate has always been an inspiration to me, so that alone was thrilling. The Venice Film Festival was like a miracle, a beautiful testament to the resilience of cinema. The Best Performances portfolio is an annual feature curated by W's editor-at-large Lynn Hirschberg and highlights stars at the forefront of cinema, from industry legends and icons to those whose phenomenal talent is ushering in a new wave of stardom. There are 9 unique covers photographed by Jürgen Teller and styled by W Magazine's editor-in-chief, Sarah Moonves.